Hello, I'd like to share some tips for you on managing holidays with POTS, or postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Who we are, Dysautonomia Support Network's mission is to provide a community that empowers and supports those impacted by dysautonomia to live their best lives. You can see the link down below to click for more information. My name's Kristine Trimble. I'm a physical therapist with over 20 years of experience, and I've worked primarily in the outpatient environment, and I really do thrive on helping those with complex impairments and conditions. After dysautonomia touched my family, I realized the disparity in education about dysautonomia in the healthcare environment. I strive to lessen the gap of knowledge and bring appropriate treatment to those in this community. Managing symptoms of POTS or other forms of dysautonomia can be more difficult with different obligations that happen during holiday times. From family, work, friends, and community events, there are activities that many wish to go to or attend, but are unable to due to their symptoms. There are some things that can be helpful in order to make this time more enjoyable and less stressful. Energy conservation is a super important key thing to keep in mind. Questions like, can I complete the shopping that's needed online or do drive up instead of walking through the store? Can I make some parts of a meal ahead of time so that I don't have to do it all at once? Things like those examples are to be considered when planning holiday activities. It's really beneficial to make a list to see what you have planned and analyze the list to see how much energy is required for what is on the list. Some different ways to conserve energy. Can I sit instead of stand? Can I put my legs up while I'm helping in the kitchen? Am I going to have enough energy at the end of the day to do this? Am I better in the beginning of my day so I won't be as tired? These are very important questions to ask and really think about so that you can make the most out of the energy that you do have. There are lots of expectations, especially around the holiday times, that are often unrealistic. Planning ahead and prioritizing what events, family gatherings, or even shopping you can help manage. It's tempting to want to do too much. Most of us try and complete things quickly, especially when we think that there's a risk of not being able to finish what we want to. Slowing down and pacing will ensure that our body is not using too much energy. One helpful tip that I explain to most of my patients is pick some music out with a nice slow beat, and the music and the slow pace of the music will help kind of set your pace and your tone. Sometimes some ambient noise or something relaxing in the background can help also. And just make sure to always keep in mind you know your body best and you know your limits, and keep those in mind. It can sometimes help to keep hydration multipliers on hand, especially when you expect to have more activity than normally you are used to tolerating. Hydration multipliers are products like Normalite, Drip Drop, Liquid IV, LMNT, and so many others that are on the market that have electrolytes included in order to help the body absorb the hydration better. Hydration multipliers maximize your water absorption by using the sodium and glucose co-transport across the stomach while pulling water along. One way to make sure you do stay hydrated during activities is to take very frequent small drinks in order to prevent feeling nauseous or feeling ill with the amount of water that's required. Another way to manage symptoms, salt. Hydration multipliers do have salt in them. One thing that I recommend a lot is those single serving containers of pickles, olives, salted nuts, anything that'll help get you that increased sodium so that you can tolerate more activities. Another important tool to manage symptoms is compression. Compression socks or compression leggings can sometimes help. Compression socks that are waist high are best to help with the blood pooling that happens with prolonged positions. Another really important way to manage some symptoms is exercise. Using big muscle groups like your buttocks, core muscles, quadriceps, or biceps assist in pumping blood in the body to help counter the blood pooling that happens in some individuals when they stand. Some countermeasures are sitting with your legs crossed and kind of pushing your legs together, moving your legs a bit before standing to engage the big muscles. And one thing that patients have told me that helped them is trying some glute sets or buttock squeezes prior to standing. That'll really help some blood flow happen and decrease some of the sensations when going to stand. Another way to manage symptoms is positions. Try not to keep your legs in a dependent position for an extended period of time. Small, frequent movements in your legs and hands can help assist with keeping the blood moving. Sit when you're able. Use the tools that are around you, chairs, sofas, anything, even sitting on the floor, to help manage your symptoms. Keep belongings on the back of a chair so that you don't have to bend over, say if you're in a restaurant, and grab your items from the floor. And last, but certainly not least, is recharge. Make sure to plan time to rest, hydrate, and recuperate. You have to give your body what it needs in order to work for you, in order to do the activities or events that you wish to do. Don't forget about all of the increased sensory stimulation that sometimes can make symptoms worse. Make sure to decompress from the lights, the sounds, crowds, all of the stimulating activity that happens at certain events. I really want to thank you for listening to me, and hopefully you pick up some tips on how to better manage the holidays this season. Everyone have a very safe holiday and a happy new year.